it's not going to feel as euphoric as it passing 20K did in December 2020. It's not going to feel as euphoric as that. I'm not a financial advisor. And the reason is because we had been saying since like the middle of 2018, all right, guys, bear market it looks like, and it looks like we're going to be waiting on the halving. There's going to be a lot of other things going to happen. Maybe this will do it. Maybe this will do it. Maybe ETF, maybe this. But this is the real time when we started realizing, like, man, every disappointment that we went through in that bear market, we started realizing more and more how much that halving schedule matters. And this is the first time when in 2018, in 2019, when people were starting to look back and trace the cycles and say, maybe there's something to this. Hold on a second. You guys forget about that part. It wasn't just inherently known by everyone. And so what happens is we just get disappointed over and over and over again. We realize that having schedule is a real thing. And we start forecasting what's going to happen based off of that. And all of those things started coming true. Now, this is the fourth cycle, the fourth bull cycle. Okay. Fourth bull cycle. I've been in all three of the other. I've been in all four. I've been here for all four of them. So I can tell you with experience that we felt much more confident this time that this was going to happen. The last one, we were kind of set up for, oh my gosh, if this, and this is what was so powerful about the COVID devastating day on March 12th of 2020, because that was the hope that we had. I thought maybe I chose the wrong career. I thought maybe I was wrong about crypto for the only time since Mt. Gox went down in 2014 or 2013. No, it's February 2014. The hack was, I think, actually in 2013. But the point is I thought crypto was over that day. I didn't even know what Bitcoin was really. I was investing in it. I was buying it for a product, not drugs. I was buying it for a software I needed for a business. And, the thing is, I didn't realize what I was looking at, but it was all these years of us believing and thinking this was going to happen. We went through all these devastating times where we went through the consensus pump in May of 2018, right? We thought it was going up and it didn't. 33K by July 2018, right? That was a big thing. We all thought didn't happen. Okay. Then you get into you start getting into the back half of the year, 2018, things are really falling. We're getting around $3,000. It's devastating. We realized, man, this has got to be a bottom, but people aren't confident it's not going to zero. That's why it was still down at $3,000 still. But it was down to $3,000. People were not confident in it. They thought it was going to, I don't know what's going to happen to Bitcoin. What's going to happen to crypto? But this cycle, we're more confident on everything. We're more confident on everything. And that when the COVID crash happened, it took, oh my gosh, the halving pump we should start moving any time now as we start heading into the halving. Instead, we went backwards all the way down into the low 4,000s or high 33,000. It was like, what? And it was devastating. And so when we finally get to the bull run, our buttholes were all puckered. We had to be. For 4 years, we were saying, I think it might be this thing. I think it might be this thing. But at least we got this one thing down the road we think is going. And we're telling people we think this is going to happen. And it happens exactly like we said it would. And man, it was a great feeling then. And that was the establishment of people really paying attention to these 4-year cycles and having confidence in this market. At least people who have been in here for all these years. People who've been in here for more than 4 years. You're crushing it right now, and you know how to make money in this system. You might have made it and lost it 2 or 3 times already. It's easy to do both. So anyways, look, I'm going to be doing the show from home next week. So we're going to be doing probably a lot more charts next week. So I'll be on my home computer. But I think that when you're watching Bitcoin right now, it really is just amazing to watch. I think follow my lines too, but it is just amazing to think about where we're at, where we've been, where we've come from. How they laughed at me saying Bitcoin was going to $100,000. Do you know how many people in the bear market tried to assassinate my character and call me an idiot because I said Bitcoin was going to go to $100,000 per Bitcoin all the way back in 2018? Oh, sorry, it didn't happen on the day y'all wanted it. Still hasn't happened. But man, we are right there. And it feels good. So I guess I'm euphoric on I told you so's for sure. But also, I told you so's don't really do much for you unless you're saying, I told you so. Now listen to what I'm saying now, right? What I'm telling you now is RWAs and AI. That's where you should be. RWAs and AI. That's where you need to be heading. Not just crypto related, but comes AI. And I can tell you, I've got my AI done. It's about to start spitting stuff out. I'm super excited about it. Oh my gosh. I've been working on this thing night and day for like 5 days. Y'all may have noticed one day this week, I was almost dead. I've been up all night coding this thing. And I know what it's like to be an incel now. Well, no, incels don't. Well, I know part of what it's like to be an incel.
I got a super chat here from Alex. $5.89.
Oh, nice. Let's go.
Shout out to the XRP Army here. So thank you for leading the XRP Army through war these last 4 years. So many YouTubers gave up on the XRP, but you never did. Thank you, Commander.
It would have been really easy for me to give up. A lot of people in the XRP community didn't like me. And I would also say when the settlement didn't happen in 2021 of September, like we thought it would, you know, it hurt a little credibility, but I hope you guys really see this. Okay. You know, what is more important? Being right or being right on time? Sometimes being timely is extremely important. I understand that.
Cool.
But the fact is, I told people that Bitcoin was going to $100,000 when it was in the 3,000s. Okay? The 3,000s. Oh, I'm sorry. That's all I want to say. I'll apologize. I want to make my official apology to everybody that I was telling people to buy Bitcoin at $3,000 when it was saying it was going to 100,000. And I'm sorry, it happened 4 years later. I'm sorry, guys. I'm 33x gains. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry it didn't happen on your timing. You know what? You guys forget there's no history in this industry. There's nobody for me to look back and do what I do and say, oh, this guy I could go follow. He 25 years ago, he did this and laid this foundation. It's a completely new industry. And I will tell you, I was very immature in the last cycle. Very immature. In a lot of different ways. And I'm much more mature this cycle, and we're going to make much bigger money, and we're going to make it last a lot longer this time because we're doing things differently. That's why I'm not just going willy-nilly and saying price predictions on everything. And my price predictions have changed in the last 6 months. Just looking at the potential of where things are going to go. The altcoins I thought would have started moving already. They didn't. We're finally here with the altcoins with XRP, going to be heading all-time highs, I think, within the next, 4 to 6 weeks.
More importantly, we got all this exciting stuff about XRP, RWAs. When are we going to hear about an Ondo partnership with the XRP or the Solar Genesis?
Oh,
come on, baby. You know it's got to happen. You know it's got to happen.
Let me ask about that, actually.
It gives me the chills if that's in the works.
I did ask Mr. X. He didn't say anything about this, but I did ask Mr. X about that Ray Kurzweil guy.
Uh-huh.
And he basically said, this is for Cameron, he basically said that Ray Kurzweil is an MIT. He calls him an MIT boy, I guess. All these guys are little boys to him. But he says he's an MIT boy, and he knows a good bit of stuff, and he's been involved in some things here or there, but he's not currently connected to anything major going on at all. But he seems like a knowledgeable person, but he's not someone that we're telling you should listen to get down to the bottom of what's really happening.